All right, what's up, guys? It's NBC here today, and we are going to be showing you guys a quick preview of what we're going to be sending off to PSA next. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. All right, so the purpose of this video is to give you guys an idea of what we're going to be submitting to PSA. This is the last day of the $15 bulk rate submission, so we wanted to take advantage of it while we still could. So we're going to quickly go over some of these cards. So we are trying to expand our portfolio, if you will, of cards that we have. So as you can see right here, I have a Wander Franco Prism rookie card. Looked really clean. I'm real high on Wander Franco, and being from Tampa, we have to have some Wander. I found a Cooper Cup rookie card. He's down a little bit because of his injury, but still a cool card. Amara St. Brown Hollow. I like that one a lot. Trevor is my boy. He's been super hot. My other boy, not Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson's fallen from grace. But anyways, I have a Hollow My House rookie rush from the Rookies and Stars out of 99. This one is from the Clearly set. This one's out of 49. Kind of that ugly Donruss 91 card, but still pretty cool. And then I do have this rookie ticket from Contenders Optic. This one is out of 50. As you can see, I pre-graded it a 9. So those are my raw cards that I have. Now I am also sending some cards that I'm cracking. These are from my my personal collection here. So this one has been graded twice already, actually, but the first time it came back as CSG 10, cracked it, sent it to PSA. It came back at 9, and I figured I'd roll the dice one more time at the $15 rate. This one is out of, and I know it's a Leaf card, but it is out of 5, so pretty low count, and it is a jersey match with the orange on orange there. So I'm going to be sending that one. This one's just a Fireworks No Huddle insert, but it is from the Prism set, and I was almost certain this was going to be a 10, came back a 9. So let's re-roll the dice one more time. If it works out, great. If not, I only lost $30 regrading them.
And if one of those cards that you send in pre-grades, then you're
exactly. So this guy's kind of down right now, but I did pick up this Mac Jones Prism for I think like $30.
Wow.
Figured I'd go ahead, throw it in a PSA slab. We've had really good success with SGC specifically. So Gem Mint 10 almost always crosses over to a PSA 10 unless you damage it coming out, but it looked clean front and back. Going to be sending that one in. I was able to also pick up some Jalen Hurts prisms. This is going to be the Disco Orange Prism. Excuse me. It looked really clean. I think I got this for $60. We've had some success with 9.5s crossing over to 10s as well, so figured it was worth the $15 submission. And I got some more Jalen Hurts, so I have had some real luck with these Prism Black Silvers. I like them a lot. I just think they look clean. I actually just sold a PSA 10 for $300. Got this one for 70, and I was like, you know what, $15. I'll have less than 100 into it, and fingers crossed it should cross over. It looked pretty centered, both sides. 9.5 from the green label CSG, so hoping that one comes back at 10. Now, I had some success with HGA 9s on a couple videos ago, and this one had some pretty good subgrades with centering being an 8.5. And as you can see, the centering on the front is actually pretty darn nice. Where they got it on the back, up and down, you can see it's really close to the top. I think it is still within tolerance. It is close, so we'll see. But if this one crosses over to a 10, I'll be really happy.
Again, $15 grading.
$15 grading, and it obviously a PSA 9 is going to sell for more than an HGA 9. And I got this one, I think, for about $40 as well. So this is a Herbert Phenomenal Beginnings card. So this is a silver variation. I got a 9.5 for surface, and that's always what I look for. I want a card with a 9.5 surface. And then you want centering to be a low grade, and hopefully at least one other 9.5. But there's a good chance this one crosses over to a 10 as well. Again, even a PSA 9 is going to be more valuable than an HGA 9. So that's one of the reasons I'm sending these cards in. Pretty cool looking cards. All right, so John has a couple more cards here. We also have 4 NBC cards. I'll go ahead and show you guys right now. We were wanting to do a little bit of a test on SGC 9.5. So we have 5 SGC 9.5s we're going to be sending with this order. This one in particular is very nice. This is Jordan Alvarez card out of 99 on card auto. As you can see, the Mojo variation rookie card. So it is an insert being the Rookie of the Year favorites, but super nice card. Super nice with that.
This proves to you guys that we read your comments and we take them. We had a couple guys say, hey, how about some baseball? And somebody else said, how about some higher dollar slabs? So this is us stretching ourselves. So
I
this
think
is
that
for you.
even in a 9.5, it was about a $100 card. So we went after it and we got it. Now this is going to be a Vladdy Guerrero Jr. rookie card, and this is a refractor. You can see right there. Very clean card. I think we actually got this for about 30 bucks. It was not as expensive as I was expecting it to be.
One of these we got at Disney. We were at Disney for Christmas checking out
That was
stuff.
this one,
and we
yeah.
pulled the trigger.
Pulled the trigger on that one, all right?
At the bus stop.
Also have a Ronald Acuna Jr. Now this is his Topps Chrome rookie refractor card in a 9.5. Very cool looking card there. And as long as two of these cards bump up to a 10, we should be in good shape. So this is the last one. This is Julio Rodriguez.
Excited about this one.
His Topps Chrome update, and you can see it's the Mojo refractor. I think these come out of the silver packs. Yeah, so it is an insert. It is the 35th anniversary, but these are sweet looking cards. So those are the 4 NBC cards that we are going to be sending off. And now I'm going to let John take over here, and he is going to show you his cards. And then stick around after that. I'm going to actually crack these open, and we're going to pre-grade them to see what we think they're going to get.
All right, guys, so I have a few cards here. Herbert, these are the 2020 Panini sticker. There's 3 out of the 4 rookies. There's no Jalen Hurts for whatever reason. So a Herbert.
It's because he was second round.
That I thought was going to grade well. This is an optic, blue prism.
Blue scope.
Blue scope. I always get them mixed up with the hypers, so that's why I have John and Cody here. High on Hurts again. We've been high on him since the beginning. This is a purple die cut.
On course, I had a red, white, and blue one of those sold for 110 as a PSA 10. So
very nice. I sold a CSG 10 in this for like 70 bucks, and that's probably the most I've sold a
CSG card. Wow.
Card for. Here's a base optic. I know you guys like to beat us up for sending in base, but if it pulls a 10,
hey,
$15 grading fee.
No one's laughing at a potential MVP candidate here.
Base cards they are.
Yep, that's a clearly from the Chronicles set that year.
Acetate card. I watched the grading for dummies and cards for dummies, and John and Cody said these grade hard. So
almost impossible to get a PSA 10, unfortunately, but we'll see.
We're high on Wander. We're high on Julio Rodriguez. Bowman Chrome, pointing at the sky.
Number 1.
Hopefully you're saying thank you, Jesus, for all my talent. Topps Chrome, this is an insert card. These are hard to define, so I know the guys talk about short prints, super short prints, rare cards. I'm not sure which one this is, but it's hard. They're hard to find on the internet. This is a foil card, Julio Rodriguez. This card is in Topps, and it's also in Topps Chrome. When I ordered this, the guy had a picture of Topps Chrome, and I received 4 of them, and they're not. One of them I think will pull a 10, so I think it's worth it. He refunded me and said keep the card, so I was like, all right.
Free card right
cool
there.
With it. Wander Franco, this is a insert card also. Refractor. Again, I don't know all the...
Yeah, that's a Pink Wave card.
Pink Wave.
For the Topps. Yeah, Topps debut card.
These cards, I just recently even found out about them with one of Cody's
Continuous
reveals.
Optic is a great set.
With the rookie ticket, these are beautiful. It's a little bit fatter than a regular card. This is just the base also.
I'm submitting the same card right there.
Not a prism, but yours is a prism.
Yep.
This is the base. And again, Trevor Lawrence is having a great year. They're about to make the playoffs, or potentially. And then next year, these cards will be back and graded. We'll be able to sell them in the high. And I have a Tua.
I love the Prism Black Silvers. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with Tua with his second concussion now.
Yeah.
So they might shut him down for the season. If they do, it's going to hurt him a little bit. And then who knows?
This is pre-graded a 9 because of the centering. You can see on the front, it's right on the borderline of PSA's submission. Like John said, Tua's been hot. Second concussion. They may miss the playoffs now. They've lost like 3 or 4 games in a row.
Might shut him down too. I don't even know. Even if they make the playoffs, they might not play him for his, long-term
They might
health.
not, or the NFL might say, hey, you're done playing.
So we're going to go ahead. We're going to crack these. We're going to pre-grade them and see if our grades align with what we are hoping for, and then obviously we'll have those to compare when PSA sends us the cards back. So stay tuned. All right, so after an excruciatingly long amount of time, we have finally cracked and pre-graded all of our slabs. So one thing to note before we get too far here is we have these two cards that we are not going to be submitting for regrade, and the reason is, unfortunately, this Trevor Lawrence orange that was a PSA 9, it had some squigglies that were either from reslabbing with PSA or from damaging when we opened these up. The PSA slabs didn't open as clean as all of the other slabs, unfortunately.
Strange.
So I don't know if I damaged it or if they damaged it while encapsulation, but we unfortunately don't think this one is going to even get a 9 now, probably an 8 if I had to guess. So that kind of sucks. And then this one was an SGC 9.5, and we did not damage this one. It actually had some, like a gunk mark on the surface here.
We called it a booger because that's what
It looked like a booger, and you'll see that on a lot of cards that you open. Unfortunately, there isn't really a whole lot you can do to get it off. If you try and drag your fingernail across it, you'll end up scratching the card. So I'm not going to send this in. I think it'll probably get a 9 if I send it in, or even possibly an 8. So
yeah.
I don't think that one's worth submitting, but that leaves us with all of these. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slabs that we are going to send in. All the NBC cards looked pretty good. So this one was the first one, Jordan Alvarez, and it was a 9.5. This is the out of 99. We both pre-graded it
a
10. So we both think this one is going to bump up to PSA 10. Now, if you've watched some of our previous videos, we were not quite as accurate as we were hoping. We tried to be, or at least John was definitely the more
We were accurate. PSA was not accurate.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's it. We got all the new graders. They weren't all the seasoned vet graders. So that's the first one. We think that one's going to bump up. We also have this really nice Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This one was an SGC 9.5 as well, refractor. What did we put for the grades on this one?
You gave it a 10. I gave it a 9.
Yep. So we're a little split on this. We could go either way. Now, I will say that there were some little dots that I was able to get off with a little, with the cleaner. So it does have a few less surface imperfections than it had when it was graded the first time. So that one as well could go either way. I have it at 10. John has it at a 9. Really nice looking Ronald Acuna Jr. card right here. The surface was very, very clean on this card. Unfortunately, what we did notice is the cut on the corner on the back was almost like at a 45.
Yeah, it wasn't straight.
So it wasn't straight down. It looks like it was almost at a 45. So for that reason, John and I both gave it a 9. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this one did bump up, but because of that cut on the back, we both gave it a 9. So we're a little bit harder on some of these, and you know, it might be for good reason. Who knows?
So to John's point, our grading has not been on par with PSAs as far as what we projected to get, but we're not changing our grading. John and I could just say they're all 9s or all 8s, and then we'd look better. So just to tell you guys what we're doing, we're still grading it as we normally would, regardless of what we think PSA is going to say. So we're not trying to match up with what they're saying. We're giving it our best pre-grade. It's something that we both have to do, and even Cody mentioned this before, is John's personal card. You have to take your heart out of it. You want the card to get a 10, so you're trying to see and figure it out in your mind that it's going to get a 10, but we're giving it the grade that we actually think that it's going to pull. So.
Right. So here's a Julio Rodriguez. It was a 9.5. We opened it up, and unfortunately what we both saw was, I don't think that there's a chance this one goes up.
You gave it a 9 and actually went down to an 8.
He went down to an 8, so John is thinking it went from a 9.5 to an 8. There was a couple of different surface issues on here. I'm trying to remember specifics. I think some of the corners might have been white.
The edge that was like dinged at the top, that was like folded in.
You can see it a little bit right there. The corner was folded a little bit, and I don't know if that happened during encapsulation or if it was already like that, but I gave it a 9. John gave it a 9.5. We're still gonna send it, see what it gets, because it was part of our 9.5 grading test.
$15. And again, like John said, when you're cracking, you know, this crack kills from a different crack, but you're taking a chance of damaging the card. That card came out perfectly. The tuxedos just come apart pretty easily.
All of the SGCs come out real easy. These PSA slabs were a bear to try and get open, and also one of the HGAs. So I think HGA switched plastic sometime between their first and second year, and one of the plastics is just ridiculously durable, and it does not shatter. It just bends and disforms. But anyways,
the cops have those in their bulletproof vests that they wear on the street to protect them.
So this one I actually had pre-graded before this. John and I had both pre-graded this card as a 10, came back a 9. We cracked it. I looked it over again. I gave it a 10 again.
Yep, both of us. Is that the, I gave it a 9, the F21?
Yeah.
I gave it a 9, something I saw. We've seen so many cards I don't remember now, but
I still think it's a real nice card. I think the reason John gave it a 9 is the black border on the back sometimes shows a little bit of whitening. There might have been whitening on one of the back edges, which I think is probably what he got it for. But I still am standing fast and saying that's a 10. So we'll see if I'm right. I might be wrong. It might be a waste of $15. But
again, it's $15.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so this Mac Jones, we're gonna go quick. This was an SGC 10. We both agreed this was a really nice card.
Yeah.
I think we both think it gets a 10, crosses over to a 10. Now this one's an interesting one. So this is the Justin Herbert. It was an HGA 9. All right, so it had a 9.5 for surface and edges. Surfaces look great on this. What did I give this?
We both gave it a 9. You changed yours.
Yeah.
We both gave it a 9.
So I originally had this as a 10, and I'm still crossing my fingers hoping that it comes back a 10. But there was something on here. It might have been, there's horizontal print lines on the back of the card that you'll see a lot on the Mosaic from 2021. They're just little print lines, like 4 print lines that go across from from side to side. And for that reason, and there was a little dimple on the back, I gave it a 9. The front looked terrific on this card, but it was the back is what bumped it down. So we'll see. Maybe get lucky, that one come back at 10. But
and even if not, it's going to sell for more than $15. That's your grading fee.
HGA 9 is not going to sell as well as a PSA 9. So, all right, here we go. So I have had a couple of these. I actually had 3 of these. And this one was a CSG Green Label 9.5, which is their Gem Mint. I thought this card was in terrific shape. Centering is, as you can see, a little heavy on the left, maybe a little heavy on the top. Both are within the 60/40 PSA requires for Gem Mint. Back of the card is also a little heavy on the right side, but still within the 25/75 required by PSA. So I gave this one a 10, I believe.
Both of us gave it a 10.
Okay.
No,
you gave it a 9.
Yeah, what did I see?
I think you might have seen... I don't know what you saw, John. I gave it a 10. So
I'm sticking by it.
I'm sticking with a 10. So we'll see who's right on that one. We have a little bit of variation on these, which is interesting. But from what we've seen recently, PSA has been a little tough. So we'll see how they come back. So this one is the Jalen Hurts Laser Prism. I really like this card a lot. As you can see, it was an HGA 9 and almost completely for the centering. And the centering is obviously not on the front. The front looks pretty good. It's for back centering. So surface on this one I liked a lot, thought it was perfect. Up and down, this one is very, very bottom heavy. But we did throw the centering tool on it, and it was just within that 25/75. So for that reason, I gave it a 10.
I also gave it a 10.
John gave it a 10. Very, very nice looking card. Even if this comes back a 9, I'll still break even on this card. So there's no reason not to send it, seeing as how it was an HGA 9 to begin with. But that's what we're sending in, guys. We hope that you enjoyed this video. It obviously takes us a lot of time to go through these and kind of sort through all our cards that we want to send in. But trust us, we are not just sending anything and everything that we have in our collection. We are making sure that we are doing our due diligence, looking them over front and back. Obviously not sending cards if we don't think that they're going to, get at least the minimum that we want. But thank you guys for watching this, and we are hoping for a great 2023, and we wish you guys the same.
Yeah. Have a good one.